Hello everyone. Yesterday I told you about the kinds of noun. Two kinds I explained you, that is common and proper. Now today I'll tell you about the abstract noun and the collective noun. So for abstract noun, first listen one statement I'm telling you. Statement is the boy showed great courage. Again I'm repeating, the boy showed great courage. Now look, we can see the sun, we can touch a book, a pen, a pencil, we can see sun, moon, stars, cooler, fan, etc. But can we see or touch courage? The answer is no, we cannot see courage. It is the name of something that we can only think of. Such a name is called an abstract noun. Okay? In other words, you can see there is written on your screen also, abstract noun refers to the name of a feeling, a state of mind or quality, something which cannot but only felt. Okay, examples are given over there: honesty, bravery, strength, childhood, wisdom, gladness, thickness, darkness. These all are the examples of abstract noun. Okay, now see, there is one exercise, exercise 2. You will do that exercise with me. The question is, underline the abstract noun in the following sentences. So one by one I'll tell you all the sentences. Number 1 is, he lost his parents in childhood. So we need to underline the abstract noun here. So here will be childhood. Okay, that we cannot see, we cannot touch, but we can feel. The elephant has great strength. So here the abstract noun is strength. Underline it. Third is, they groped their way through darkness. So here will be the abstract noun darkness. The fourth one, the wall is 20 centimeters in thickness. That we also cannot see, cannot touch. So it is abstract, underline thickness. In fifth one, warmth is necessary for life. So here warmth, that is an abstract idea. So underline warmth. In sixth one, Rama's words filled Sita's heart with gladness. We cannot see gladness. We can see a person, that the one who is happy, but we cannot see or touch gladness. So here we'll underline gladness as it is abstract noun. Next is, the streets of this town are noted for their crookedness. So here crookedness will be abstract noun. Next sentence, without health there is no happiness. So here the word happiness is considered as abstract noun. Ninth one, wisdom is better than strength. In this statement there are two abstract nouns. First is wisdom and the second one is strength. Both the nouns we cannot see, we cannot touch, but we can feel. Okay, so these are the abstract noun, we'll underline it. And the last one, I often think of the happy days of childhood. Again childhood, as in the first statement. So underline childhood as abstract noun. Understood everyone? Now we'll talk about collective noun. For this I'll tell you some of the statements, like, I met a herd of elephants in the way. Second statement, listen very carefully, okay? Second statement, a flock of swans flew across the sky. Here the word flock of swans. In the first one, the word herd of elephants. Next one, the army defeated the enemy in the border. So here army. Okay. In the fourth statement, a great cheer went up from the crowd. So in all these statements, what you notice? When a noun is the name of a number, means, or we can say a collection of persons. Here herd of elephants, number of elephants, that is considered as herd of elephants. Okay. Similarly, flock of swans, group of swans, that is known as flock of swans. Similarly, the group of soldiers, that is known as army. Similarly, the group of people, that is known as crowd. So here again I'm repeating, when a noun is the name of a number or collection of persons or things considered as one, such as class, army, crowd, flock, herd, okay, colony, school of fish, often we use, it is called a collective noun. Understood? The words herd, army, crowd and flock are collective nouns because they are the names given to a collection of nouns. Like elephant, collection of elephant, sheep or goat, herd, we are using herd, the word herd, birds, okay, collection of or group of birds, soldiers, people, that is crowd, etc. In other words, collective noun, I'll tell you, collective noun refers to the name of a group or collection of many taken together. Okay, example, I told you crowd, herd, fleet, etc. Okay, so that is collective noun. I hope you understood. Now, one more exercise we'll do today. That is exercise number 3. What you need to do here, underline the noun in the following sentences and say whether they are common, proper, abstract or collective. So you will do after me, before, like with me, or after me also. Understand it and then you can do it. See, write C for common, write P for proper, A for abstract, the word you find that is abstract noun, you will write A, and CO for collective nouns. Understood? Now let's start. Number 1 is a cold wind blew last night. So here underline two words, that is wind, as it is in the molecule, so we can have the existence of wind. That is why it is considered as common noun. Okay, we are not taking a particular name, so it is not proper, it is common. In the second, night, that is also common. In the second statement, the girl has a sweet voice. So here girl, we are not taking a name of a particular girl, so it is we are talking about a class, that is girl, so it is common. In third one, Agra has many fine buildings. So see here Agra, a particular name of a city, that is proper, capital also. And here buildings, that maybe there are so many type of or kind of buildings, so many buildings that we that have another or many names, so it is common. In next statement, there was a large crowd in the street. Like we heard about that group of something like people, crowd, like group of elephants, herd, we use the word herd. So here crowd, that is group of people, so it is collective noun. Street, we are not talking about a particular street, there is not any name of the street, so it is common. Okay, any street we can consider. So crowd, collective, and street common. In next one, are you speaking the truth? So here truth, we cannot see truth, we cannot touch truth, so truth is an abstract noun. Understood? Next is eighth one, Mumbai is a big city. So here Mumbai, a particular name of a particular city. Okay, so Mumbai is proper, and city, there might be a group of cities, so many cities, so city we consider as common noun. Next is Solomon was famous for his wisdom. Solomon, a name of a person, proper. Now you understood. And wisdom, that we cannot see, we cannot touch, it's a feeling. Wisdom, so it is abstract. Next is the people who live in Holland are called Dutch. So here people, that is common. Holland, that is proper, and Dutch, that is also proper noun. So in this way we completed 2 exercises. Okay, in next video tomorrow we'll discuss about countable and uncountable nouns. Okay, and we'll do 2 more exercises, exercise 4 and 5. Thank you.